I've come to see over the years that the boundaries we bump up against aren't walls, but mirages. And that's why the words, "your potential is endless," feel like a key unlocking something wild and vast inside me. They're not just a pep talk. They're a truth I've stumbled into through every leap I've taken, every doubt I've shaken off, a revelation that's carried me from a kid who thought small to a soul who's learned the only limits are the ones we let stick. I remember being 19, sitting on the edge of my bed with a sketch pad, doodling designs for clothes I'd never seen anyone wear. I wasn't an artist, didn't have a sewing machine or a clue how to start, just a pencil and a brain buzzing with colors and cuts. I'd grown up in a town where dreams were supposed to fit in a box, get a job, clock in, stay safe. But that night, I looked at those sketches and thought, what if there's more? Not because I had a runway waiting, not because I'd studied fashion, but because I felt this endless itch, a whisper that my potential didn't stop at the edges of my paper. So I started with a thrift store shirt and a needle, stitching late into the night. I ripped seams, pricked fingers, made messes, but I kept going. And years later, I've got a little line, a Etsy shop, a following, not huge, but mine. And it all began with believing my potential is endless. I've seen it unfold in others too, like my friend Aisha, a woman who'd spent years shelving books at a library, quiet as a shadow. She loved stories, not just reading them, but spinning them. Yet she'd say, "I'm no writer, I've got no degree." Self-doubt boxed her in, till one day I caught her scribbling in a notebook and said, "Aisha, your mind's a universe, let it loose." And she did, believed it, wrote a tale with a borrowed pen and a lunch break. She typed, revised, shared, got rejections that stung, but she kept at it, and now she's got a novel out. Not a bestseller, but a book. Her potential was endless, and she tapped it. You've got that same endlessness. I felt it in my own pulse when I decided to climb a mountain, me, the guy who'd pant on a hike. I wasn't a climber, didn't have gear or grit, just a trail map and a pull to the top. The peak looked impossible. My legs begged no, but I thought, maybe my limit's not real. So I climbed, slipped, sweated, crawled. Hours later, I stood up there, wind in my face. Not a pro, but a conqueror. My potential was endless, and I reached for it. You've got that reach. I've seen it in the shy ones. My cousin Leo, a math nerd who'd tutor pals but never dreamed big, he'd say, "I'm just okay." Till I told him, "Leo, your brain's a galaxy, stretch it." And he did, believed it, took night classes with a calculator and a hunch. Now he's an engineer, not famous but soaring. His potential was endless, and he flew. You've got those wings. I've tasted it in the wild swings. When I left a dead-end job to chase photography, I had no lens, no gigs, just a phone camera and a love for light. I wasn't trained, didn't have a portfolio, but I believed my eye could catch something. Fear of flops loomed, but I shot blurry frames, bad angles, slow likes, but I kept snapping till galleries called, not Ansel, but me. My potential was endless, and I framed it. You've got that frame. I've seen it in the broken, like my neighbor Sam, a vet who lost a leg in his spark. He'd sit, stare, say, "I'm done." But I saw more, told him, "Sam, you're a mountain, climb." And he did, believed it, got a prosthetic, hiked trails. Now he's guiding others, not whole, but mighty. His potential was endless, and he stepped. You've got that step. I've felt it in the small stuff. Learning to bake, no oven skills, just a bowl and a craving. I wasn't a cook, burned muffins, but I believed I could whip something up. Flops piled, but I mixed, baked, tasted. Now I feed friends, not a chef, but a feeder. My potential was endless, and I stirred. You've got that stir. I've seen it in kids. My niece Ella, 6, wanting to skate. No rink, just a board and a curb. She fell, cried, rolled, believed she could glide, and now she's zipping, not smooth, but fast. Her potential was endless, and she rode. You've got that ride. I've tasted it in loss. When my sister passed, I wanted to sing for her, no voice, just a tune. I wasn't a singer, cracked notes, but I believed I could honor her. Sobs mixed with sound, and I sang, not loud, but true. My potential was endless, and I voiced, you've got that voice. I've seen it in the bold. My pal Jen, ditching retail for a food truck. No kitchen, just a grill, she believed. Cooked, served, burnt burgers, long nights. But now she's rolling, not rich, but real. Her potential was endless, and she drove. You've got that drive. I felt it in faith, trusting through dark. No map, just a prayer. I wasn't sure, doubted, but believed I could hold. Storms hit, but I stood, not wholly, but here. My potential was endless, and I leaned. You've got that lean. I've seen it everywhere. Old Lady May, no strength, knitting for kids. Slow hands, warm scarves. Her potential was endless, and she wove. Tom, no cash, fixing cars, wrenches, oil, rides. His potential was endless, and he turned. Lila, no stage, dancing free, steps, spins, joy. Her potential was endless, and she moved. You've got that move. I've lived it in the grind. Starting a vlog, no fans, just a webcam. I wasn't slick, stumbled, but believed I could speak. Views crawled, but I talked. Not viral, but heard. My potential was endless, and I shared. You've got that share. I've tasted it in love. Chasing her, no charm, just me. I wasn't smooth, fumbled, but believed I could love. Rejections bit, but I stayed. Not perfect, but us. My potential was endless, and I gave. You've got that give. I've seen it in history. Folks with nothing but dreams, sailing unknowns, building towns, rising from ash. Their potential was endless, and they shaped. You've got that shape, so here's my core, wide open. Life's a sea, a sky, a song. Limits are lies. Your endlessness is real. Look at your hands, your itch, your all. What's pulling? A beat, a build, a bloom. Don't box your vast, free your more. I've shrunk 100 times, plans sank, hopes bent, fears won. But I've stretched 1,000 because my potential is endless. Yours is endless. Your now is here, your more is now. Trip, soar, grow, you're vast, believe it. The world's waiting and you're infinite, a go.